Salford Red Devils 20, Wakefield Trinity zippity-doo-dah, the sixth time this season Wakey have failed to score a point. We thought they were getting better. We thought they were going to be a renaissance at Wakefield. Has the petrol ran dry in their tank? I really do now fear that it has. I said on Super League Raw Weekly, this was a game Wakefield needed to win. When you look at who's coming next for Wakefield, St Helens, Catalan Dragons, Lee Leopards and OKR. You cannot see a 2-pointer in any of them. This had to be a win to galvanise them, give them some confidence going into those 4 big games to stand any chance at all of remaining in Super League. Oh, Castleford Tigers, how delighted are you that you've had Wakefield in this division this season? I now believe that is it for Wakefield Trinity. I could be wrong. I've been wrong. I wrote them off, I think, round 15, saying that was it. It was over. It was all done. Wakey, of course, have been trying to make me eat my words for the last few rounds, of course, but now this has to be said. It is, well, it's do or die. They have to win, and quickly, and I just don't see where that win is going to come. 0 again against their name. It's just been painful all season for Trinity. And like I say, they've been playing half decent. They really have over the course of the last eight rounds, but it's just going to be, I think, a very, very bad ending now for the Wakefield Trinity. I'm sorry to say it, guys. Nobody was more excited than me going into that Castleford game. I thought you might just do it. But I think circumstance now, I think you really are, you're well and truly now up against it. There's no doubt about it. As for the Salford Red Devils, of course, now they go into the top 6. And, this was a decent performance from them. No, never really shining, but a decent performance to get any nil in any rugby league game is to be celebrated. Great defence from the Salford Red Devils. Ryan Briley again. What a performance from Ryan. Oh, trust me, if you've not seen his tries, real quality and a sure play yet again from Briley. His combinations with the likes of Croft, they're things of legend, aren't they? There's no doubt about that. Where's King Arthur and Robin Hood? Where Ryan Briley will be in the same bracket at some point, won't he? Outstanding stuff. 2 more tries for Ryan. 135 metres, 14 carries, 4 tackle bust, a clean break. This guy, for me, one of the best and most consistent fullbacks in the division, without question, I would say, into this one. Ken Seo did a lot of work on the right edge, 158 metres coming out of back play. He had a fine game as well. But yeah, when they lost Dupree, you did fear a little bit for Salford. They also let Ellis Longstaff go, of course. So, we know that their numbers are not great, but when they can get their starting 13 on the field with a good bench, they are a force to be reckoned with, and they've shown yet again in this one that they are a quality outfit. Very assured in attacking phases. They did what they needed to do. And when you've got Mark Sneed, again, a perfect kicking performance, 4 from 4, you're going to pile on the points. Can Salford Red Devils stay in the top 6? That's the question, isn't it? Can Salford Red Devils now stay in the top 6? Warrington Wolves, of course, sit 7th at this moment in time before they play Hull FC on Saturday afternoon. So Salford now, they've been a bit all over the place of late, but they're back in the top 6, and credit to them for that. Their second win on the spin. Nobody expected them to go and do what they did to Huddersfield the week before. Now they've backed up against Wakefield, but now it starts to get tricky for them. They've got Wigan Warriors, then a massive game for the top 6 ambitions of both clubs as the Warrington Wolves go to the Salford Community Stadium, and that one's going to be live on Sky. That, for me, is going to be a huge game for both clubs in terms of who can be in the top 6 at the end of the campaign. After that, they go to Hull KR, another team that's going to be scrapping for that top 6 before ending the season at home against the Catalan Dragons. Catalan might be needing to win that game in order to win the League Leaders Shield. However, if the League Leaders Shield is wrapped up by then, that could be a 2-pointer there for Salford Red Devils, because Catalan, I think there's no doubt, Steve McNamara will rotate his squad. If the Shield is already won at that point, I think he will rotate his squad on that last game, and that could be a big opportunity for Salford. And that could be the game that maybe means that Salford get into the 6, and the likes of the Warrington Wolves and Hull FC or whoever else he's challenged at that time miss out because of circumstance, because they happen to play the Castleford Tigers the Catalan Dragons at the end of the season on that last game. So opportunity knocks there a little bit in that last game if things go their way in terms of Catalan winning the Shield. But those are 4 really difficult games to close out the season for Salford. But they will fancy the chances as long as the likes of Briley, Croft, Sneed, Ackers are on the field of play. They stand a chance. The only concern I've got when they come up against the bigger sides, and let's be fair, Wigan's pack is bigger, Warrington's pack is bigger, we know OKR's is, and we know that Catalan's is. When you see Ollie Partington playing at prop forward, you have to worry for for Salford when they come up against the larger packs. That's all I'm going to say on that. You know, it's not going to be as difficult as it coming up. I mean, on Wakey's got a big pack, but they're just not playing with confidence. They're just not in the same bracket as the four teams that I've just spoke about there. So, you know, Salford for me, massive opportunities. I've already told you what Wakey's running is Saints, Catalan, Lee, and KR. I'm sorry, Wakey fans. I really, really am. I just do not see now how you can remain in Super League. What a terrible way to end your 150th anniversary. You know, it is a crying shame. I thought you were going to do it, but you know, maybe you'll be back. That new stand and of course the new structure and the new IMG. I think Wakey could get back on that one, and for Castleford, they'll be very, very relieved because believe you me, if they'd have gone out of Super League, would they come back? That's the question. When you've got the infrastructure of the likes of the York City Knights, Halifax to mention, but two. But anyway, there you go. That's another episode of In the Sheds. Were you at the game? You know, Wakey, what your thoughts now, Wakey fans? You know, would love to hear your comments. As for Salford, like I say, even though you've got a pretty difficult run in there, do you think you can stay in that top six or not? Let us know. Get involved in the chat. That's been another episode of In the Sheds. The Salford Red Devils 20, Wakefield Trinity, zippity doo dah. We'll see you next time.